Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with my weekly TBR. This is for week number 25. Yeah, week 25, and it's June the 18th through June the 24th. So welcome everyone to another weekly TBR. If you are new to my channel, unlike a lot of booktubers, I used to actually do the monthly TBRs like a lot of booktubers, but I've now gone down to doing weekly TBRs because I was finding that I wanted to mood read just a little bit more, but I really do try to pick books that are either on my shelf, like books that are on my TBR, books that I own, whether it be physically or digitally, and or the next book that I need to read in a series, for example. So yeah, I really enjoy this. I've been doing it pretty much all year, and it's been fantastic. I apologize for the lighting of this video. For one, I've got my ring light on, so you're going to see that in my glasses. And the other, the light from outside is reflecting off the pool in the backyard, so it's good. I'm doing my best, guys. I am filming this a lot later than I normally would be because Garrett and I were out all morning and running around, and now I finally have a chance to sit down and talk to you guys. So apologies for the delay as well. Anyway, let's jump into the TBR. So the first two books that I have here are books that I want to mood read, like just books that I want to read this week. And that first one, I was in the mood for a cozy mystery. And I was going to read Blueberry Blunder, I think it is, which is the new one by Amanda Flower. But I'm actually going to save that one for next week, I think. But instead, because I was in the mood for like maybe a more magical cozy mystery, if you will. And the book that I picked is the next in a series that I've been reading my way through. And I haven't read this series. It's been a couple of years since I picked up one of these books. So I'm very excited. And this is Cookies and Clairvoyance by Bailey Cates. This is the 8th book in the Magical Bakery Mystery series. So our female lead, our amateur sleuth, is a light witch. Her name is Katie. And yeah, I really adore this series. It takes place, one of the main locations is in her aunt and uncle's bakery called the Honeybee Cafe or the Honey something, I can't remember. It's been a couple of years since I've read this, but the entire series takes place in Georgia, and I believe it's Savannah or Charleston. It's one of those towns in Georgia. Again, it's been a few years, but I am very much looking forward to getting back to this series. It's fantastic. The next one, I was in the mood for a really light, summery book. And one of my friends over on the Discord, she has been reading through a lot of what I refer to as like the British chick lit novels, like the Tilly Tennant, Bella Osborne. There's a lot of authors who, you see a lot of these books on Kindle Unlimited as well, who write these kind of really light, sweet romances that take place in the UK, and I really, really love them. And I was just really in the mood for one. So I went to a go-to author for me, which is Holly Martin, and I will be reading The Summer of Chasing Dreams by Holly Martin. This is a standalone novel. It's got to do something to do with traveling, it looks like, based on the cover. I'm very excited. This was available on Kindle Unlimited, so that's where I will be borrowing it from. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to this one. Next up is what I call an event book. So the event for the month of June has been June on the Range, which is created and hosted, was hosted by a bunch of people, but is created by Michael K. Vaughan. And I have not been reading as many cowboy romances as I had anticipated. I've read a couple, but not very many. But what I decided to do, like I've got like my event book, if you want to call it that, but I'm also really want to start reading through some of these older Harlequins that I have on my shelf. So I think every week I'm going to try and pull one from the shelf just at random. But this is a double because it's a book from my shelf and it's also a cowboy romance. So we have Designs on the Cowboy by Roxann Delaney. This is a Harlequin American romance novel. And yeah, I am looking forward to this. I have had this on my shelf for a long time. This one came out in, what was the year of the publication for this one? 2013, so it's about 10 years old. But yeah, I am looking forward to getting to it this week. And then I was doing some looking this week, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have some books that I was approved for on NetGalley that I really should get to. So for those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that I fell in deep with NetGalley. It's like it's like falling into like a bad addictive habit, like drugs or something. I fell in, and I just had to go on the wagon and, kind of, I actually deleted completely my NetGalley account. I recreated the account a number of months later, and I have a handful of books there that I've requested and that I've been approved for, and I really should read them. So I decided to pick one for this week because, again, as I said about the first book, I'm kind of in the mood for something magical. So I'm going in order of publication date. So like the books that I have from NetGalley in the order that they have been released. And for this week, we have The Modern Girl's Guide to Magic by Lindsey Hall. So this has already been released. I think it came out earlier this month, but it's available on Kindle Unlimited. So it sounds really cute. I was actually able to also get an audio copy of it, which is fantastic. So I am very much looking forward to reading this one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And last but not least, we have my throwback book. And this week it's a Babysitters Club book. And we have Mallory, Pike, #1 Fan by Ann M. Martin, which is the 80th book in the Babysitters Club series. Number 80, my friends. I'm working my way through this series. Still, as quickly as I'm getting through it, it still could be a few more years before I finish all of them. But it's fun. It's been a fun journey, and I've really been enjoying it. So anyway, guys, that is my TBR for this week. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below, have you read any of the books that I've talked about? What books are you looking forward to getting to this week? And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.